ever take over club and go, this has been a terrible but could work out pretty nicely kind of move? You've seen the thumbnail. Lots of ins, lots of outs. Let's get to it. All right, so the overall theme I want you to get out of this is, yes, we have loaned out some of our players instead of selling them. But again, when you go to what the club is looking to do is develop players, sell them on. Develop players, sell them on, while also staying in the top division. That's the goal. Okay? So some of the players I'm going to show you, not Zan? Is it Zan? Zalatel. You don't say with an Italian accent. You do when you're at Torino. Is a great option. Give him a long-term contract. He wants fringe player minutes. He's going to be here. And he's gonna play, and I don't think he's bad. Like, I'm glad we picked him up. 1.1 million, not a lot on the cost. He's actually probably the largest cost, if that tells you anything. But we're only paying 3.1 grand a week, and he's not really an example of this. But there's some other players coming that like have allowed us to then loan out those other players to get them that game time. Also because no one wanted to buy them. Minor details, but mostly the fact that we want to develop them. Yeah, that's what we're telling them. Yeah. We picked up a player from Levante. Yes, Tonio for 155 grand. So 1.1 million, 155 grand, and there's one more we paid money for, but it's not a whole lot. Really because we were kind of having a little bit of a left back crisis. I think we've got coverage now, but again, he wanted fringe player, 7.25k a week for essentially 2.5 years. So he's going to slowly fade out of existence, and that's okay. But he, like, one of our left backs we have been using is actually pretty decent as a winger, so it gives us some flexibility there. But I just wanted to have some coverage. He's played at a high level. He's worth $1 million. Sell him in the summer. But we paid 155. He's got that good experience. I think he's a good guy to have around. Did I mention that we might have a non-EU player problem in the summer? We're trying to solve that. But we've signed Daniel Fazzato, who is a Brazilian, but, wait for it, Italian. I guess that's the Fazzato, right? You guys are Fazzato. You gotta say it like that. People are already groaning at home. You're like, oh, we're back in Italy. Here come the accents. He's all right. He's 24. He might improve a little bit. He's about 2 grand a week less than our prior goalkeeper. That was one of the 2 backup goalkeepers. He's just all right. We paid 27 grand for him, lads and lasses. Right. He's just kind of okay. But, we saved 2 grand on the wage budget by getting rid of the other keeper. Now, I took a little bit of a punt here on Mohamed Cissé. Maybe. The problem was we came in with about 3 days before the transfer window, or whatever it was. Like, not even long enough to like get trialists in, or the trialists were getting rejected, or to get a scout to go take a look at them. We just didn't have time. And so I could tell this guy, like, we had stats on his technical, right? Not full stats, but like decent looking ranges. And some of these were already filled out. And I was like, ooh. Now, I'm not saying he's a world beater. We're paying 1.8 grand a week in a loan. Like, that's the only part of the loan. Like, there's no fee or anything like that. He wants fringe player minutes, so there's no expectation that he plays. But I'm kind of being a little cheeky here. If he could come good, okay? Could we loan him again if he comes good? Now, he only has like 3 or 4 months, I guess, to come good. But, like, I know the Bravery one is not great. He's 2-star. But he's got really good, like, it's almost poacher-esque, right? You put him up top and let him poach, but he does have the dribbling, and that's what I think is kind of interesting about him. He's a promising striker. Maybe we develop a relationship with Mohamed, and our next club he comes and plays for us there. Maybe. This is one of those where I was going through, all the clubs, and I was like, oh, what's a club that got relegated? So Norwich is relegated here in 2022 to the championship, and I was kind of looking around, and they had Adam Ida listed for loan. Again, I'm not saying he's a world beater. 4.4K. Current ability is a 2-star, but I think Adam is a good player. We've seen that in prior series, so I'm kind of using a little bit of my prior knowledge. But again, he's not in a role we're going to be playing him all the time. And if he could develop a little bit, that's okay. And bringing him in has allowed us to loan out at least 1, if not 2 other players. So he's all right. He's got the international experience, so he's got that going for him. And last but not least, my friends, I've kind of buried the lead. It's Danilo Pereira, who's come in to play midfield, DM, and center back all at the same time for us because we could kind of use him in all those places. PSG, trying to get rid. 37,000 a week, which is so much money until you look at our squad, and then you're like, oh, it's, that's all right. So he has come in until the end of the season, and we're going to see if we can get an extension and just keep getting him for free. They paid 16 million for him. We can't afford to buy him by any means, but we really needed to solidify the midfield. I needed one more good player, and then he can also play center back, which is really nice, and he's professional. He's got great teamwork. I'd love to keep him. We're going to work towards that if we can. Because Danilo came in, we were able to loan out Ibrahim Karamoko to San Benedese, which is, for those of you that are not huge Serie C fans, they're in the Serie C/B. But again, good little prospect. He's on contract with us until 2024. So, they're essentially all of the loans are like either none of the wage or very small amounts of the wage. But I was mostly concerned with getting him minutes, and off he goes. Adera is one of the players that we were able to loan out because of the striker/winger signings like Ida and Mohammed. Again, I think he's a good player. He's making 14 and a quarter a week. They're paying absolutely nothing for him. He's going to Serie B, but currently got relegated last season. They're currently in 18th. They need a player. Well, guess what? They've got Adera, and I want to say he did regular starter minutes, maybe something like that. He's already gotten a game on a 6.7, so it was mostly about, okay, yes, we're going to pay a lot on the wages, and we're going to loan in somebody on the wages, but again, he wasn't going to get the game time, so we've kind of solved that problem by getting him the game time and as an investment to see if we can drive his value up. And really, the only player we've sold for Euros is one of our two backup goalkeepers, Samir Ujkani. We sold him for essentially 130 grand. It's like, I think 67 grand up front and then over whatever. We're going to get 130 grand. So again, we were able to lower our wage budget from 10 something to 875 with the goalkeepers. We paid 27 grand, but we're pocketing 130. So we're netting like 100 grand plus 2 grand a week. So that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're a club like us, it kind of is. Again, the rest are kind of small, have gone out. That's kind of where we're at. And that's why our finance is 9.7 million in the bank. We still have 2.5 in the transfer budget. The other thing I'm looking at is, because we don't have many people scouted, if I'm going to take punts, I want to take punts ideally on fringe players or loan players, and then finish scouting. We've got transfer budget and wage budget, right? We got like 80 grand, something like that, 75 grand in the wage budget that, could go to transfer budget either way, but it allows us to kind of continue to scout as we head into the next season. Again, hopefully that we haven't gotten sacked. Now, somebody I had looked at potentially getting rid of, but I don't think we can afford to from a squad standpoint, captain, is Thomas Rincon, who is on 50 grand a week. His contract is up. I don't think it's worth extending him. He's transfer listed, which is, I was kind of hunting, I guess. I was on the fence because it's like, well, we brought in Danilo, but like if Danilo gets injured, I want this guy. And if he gets mad, well, guess what, mate? You're leaving at the end of the season anyway. Now, okay business, I guess. They paid a 3 million euro loan fee and then 6 million, 9 million total, but he's played essentially 30 plus games for 4 years and then 16 games thus far this year, but he's going to walk out. But, 50 grand is a lot, throw that into the transfer budget. We can go get somebody else. So the rest of these players are just all right, or they've just come back from, the Africa Cup of Nations. They're all right. It's just kind of, So, from a starter standpoint, we get Singo back today. Like, the plane just landed and we made sure we met him at the airport with a kit, right? Get dressed, you're starting. Which puts Ola out on the left wing. Danilo comes into the DM spot. I have gone to the control positive. We are playing 16th place Benevento. Aside from that, other than not playing gegenpressing, it's pretty much the same system. We've put, I think this guy's name is Mandragon, which is awesome. Mandragora on cover, because he's a little bit better at it. He's left-footed. He's not really a center back. Box-to-box midfielder. And then we put Sasha Lukic on the advanced playmaker, so we get some sort of attacking movement here. Now, he might run into Chiquinho. But, you know, from that standpoint, you go like, brother, like, you brought in one starter. True. I think we have enough to stay up. And, yeah, we got a backup left back, which is good. And then, again, this guy, if we had to in a bind, I actually think he could develop, like, I'm kind of shocked with that acceleration and pace that this guy is not a winger. So we would probably use him there. So it kind of gives us a little more flexibility in terms of what we're doing. I'm not trying to sell you a bag of goods. Like, we took a punt on Ida and Muhammad, but again, they're not expecting to play all the time, so it's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm sure some of you have already picked up on this before I even got to this part of the episode, but interestingly enough, Gravelon will be joining us in the summer. He can't get away from me. Does he even like me? Yes, favored personnel. Get it, son. All right, here we go. I forgot I have the sound going through the speakers in my office. I'm going to kill the sound here in a second because I'm afraid it's going to come through the mic. They've lost 4 of the last 5. They're playing the Christmas tree. We are overlapping the right. They are in 16th. We are in 17th, my friends. This is a massive game. It's not going to jump us ahead of them, but it would get us within a point. Look at those beautiful lads marching out. There you go, son. All right. Sorry about the sound. Forgot about that. You just get to listen to my beautiful baritone voice. They early yellow on their left central midfielder, although they've had the first 2 shots. It's never ideal. Okay, why are you injured? Why am I not getting a notification about your injury? What is it, mate? It said he's only good for 45 minutes. That's not ideal. Nice. Okay, you had help there, but cool. Drive forward, now go for the help. No, he goes across. Keeper comes out. Thought it was a penalty for sure. A bruised foot. Mate, you're fine. Okay. I'm not understanding why I only said he could go 45 either. Oh, what a save! Was that a save? Keeper's on a 6.9. Surely it goes up if that was a save to like a 7.2. Meanwhile, counterattack on his own. It falls. Bellotti. Oh. Okay, was it not a save? He didn't go up. They left him on a 6.9. It looked like a... Oh my gosh. You should be beating this team. Oh, we've had the better chances. Set piece. Oh, keeper flapping about. Encourage. Positive. Yes. Keep it positive. Oh, that was awful, mate. I mean, that wasn't even remotely close. Pressing forward. Go press. Why is... okay, I guess it works. Singo. Go, Singo! Can he find it? Oh my... He just whiffed. He got dispossessed. He just whiffed. Like a baseball player. It's like a strike 1. Bellotti. The fox in the box. Singo. Cuts it. No, he... Mate, I know you're on attack, but, you know, you might find it's the guy who scored, like, all of our goals this season. Is that guy's last name Sportello? It's pretty good if you're going to be a sporting kind of fella. Oh, no. Yellow carded center back. Kind of trying to lay off. Oh, he just did him in, didn't he? Oh, my gosh. What a strike. We also, I went after a Bundesliga striker. He's like 34, but still has really Capota, maybe? Is that the guy's name? Capola? And like, we were going to get him for like 700. And he said, nah. He's like, you're not good enough for my ambitions, which is like, A real slap in the face, but probably deserved. You don't look like the team that wants to win. Not in the least bit. I'm going to say, not happy with you, mate. Don't get sent off. Mate, don't get sent off. Oh. Motivate the guy who's demotivated. I think we've played better. I know I'm supposed to take Danilo off. I guess we're going to bring on a 10. They're looking to play with more creativity. Do we really want to take off? I only said he could go 45, but I think he's worth risking to stay on. My goodness, Roni does not like playing for us. Dude. I mean, it's bad out there. Milico, you're right-footed? Yeah, you are. Get in there, son. Yellows across the board. Goodness me. You know what? You're on a yellow. You're anxious on a 6.5. Let's clean that up a little bit. Zalatel makes his debut for us. I know bringing on a center back's probably not the ideal choice, but I'm gonna go attacking. We're not gonna get a single highlight, are we? Like, we were on top of it in the first half and just gave up 2 defensively poor goals. I'm not gonna say it was bad goals. It's just, what was that, mate? Can we not complete a pass, mate? Oh, Bergwijn is on loan, and he tried to doink him. He tried to doink the keeper. Oh, we don't even get a highlight off of that. No, nothing doing, huh? No, just me. Just me thinking we should be able to do that. Mate. You're motivated? Sure. What's your name? Nope, that's not you. Go back. I don't know these guys. That's not even the same guy. It was this one. We're going to put you on support and then you on attack because you're slightly better, I guess. This is a poor showing, to be honest with you. Can we get something going in the 4-2? That we know they know the 4-2-3-1. Swings it in. That's too early for us to be a goal, isn't it? Okay. I'm not going to get my hopes up. There's only 10 minutes left. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Right? Like, I'm going to shout demand more. Talking about immediate impact, though. Coming in, and that's the guy that we subbed in at the 10, making the plays. Bilotti finished that. He's on a 6.4. That was a lovely finish, if you ask me. Saponara. Like I said, my friends, don't get your hopes. Oh my gosh, this is not the result you want. I don't get any more subs, do I? I don't know how many subs are in each league now. It's like, then it, because it changes and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sure don't. Okay, 3 subs. We learned something new. Aren't you glad you watched? You learned something new. We lose 3-1 in a 6-pointer. That's not great, to be honest with you. We should have won that match. Yeah. I'm not even going to talk to you about it. You can be demotivated. Says the guy trying to pull us out of relegation. We're looking for, yeah. We weren't as bad as the scoreline. I agree with that. But now we're even on points with Parma. They have -7 goal difference worse than us. Oh, goodness me. Bruised foot. Yay! You get to 10 goals, I'll give you 215 grand. Goodness me. All right, we got to turn this around against Napoli, 5th place. Bologna, 12th. Atalanta, 8th. I guess I'll bring it back for Juve. Sure, we're gluttons for punishment. Have a good one. Hit the like button. Ha ha ha!